Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Gold Saucer for the Fashion Report minigame every Friday when judging begins. This is week 178 and the theme this time is Wading Lominsan. The clues then include bush stylish for your helm, small folk for your body, groin pants for your legs, and paying the duckbills for your feet. In this video we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and the easiest 80 possible. So without further ado, let's hop onto that 100 that we came up with today. Firstly then, for the helm, I went for the Dalmorskin bush hat. This is actually something you can obtain from a Disciple of Hand and Land tab level 50 to 60 tab for about 12,000 gil on Norlays, the NPC in the Pillars of Ishgard. This is relatively cheap and obviously, usable by multiple people, and that's why I went for this personally myself. Others that should probably work include the Serpent Skin and the Gargana Skin bush hat as well, but I have not had time to test those this morning. For the chest piece then, I went for the Oasis Dubois. You can go for the Oasis tunic as well. These are actually for 3,000 MGP from the prize exchange in the Gold Saucer itself, from the Gold Saucer prize exchange plaza. So that's pretty easy to get a hold of. You can of course go for the Oasis tunic, like we've said, Oasis Dubois, the Riviera doublet, the Riviera dress, and indeed the Adept's gown should work, although I've not tested that one in particular, but we'll put it on screen so you can give it a go if you want to. Remember, you have 4 attempts at this, so it's not the end of the world. You're able to get something from this even if one of those doesn't work. For the legs then, I went for the Colosseum loincloth. This is actually something you can obtain from Desmald Darkhold, which is a dungeon, a low-level dungeon, or of course from the actual market board itself. I got mine from a market board this morning. It didn't cost me too much, but of course some people might be making some money from this. You can of course, in theory, go for the taffeta or the Colosseum loincloth, the light steel or Colosseum subligar, and the bunny or bunny chief tights should work as well, but again, I really have no idea as to those. But I do know that the Colosseum loincloth does indeed work, which also means that the taffeta should as well. For the feet then, I went for the leather duckbills. These are very easily obtained for 48 gil from a low-level city-state armor vendor, such as Walter in Steps of Thal here in Uldar, and these are from a vendor, so it's really not that much of a problem, at least in my opinion. You can also craft these with Leatherworker if you'd so desire, but I'm not sure why you wouldn't just buy them from the vendor. In terms of alternatives, it's most likely that other things that say duck bills on them that look like leather would work. So as along with the leather duck bills, it's likely that the amateurs duckbills will probably work, the padded leather duckbills should work, and probably the goat skin duckbills as well. I would probably suggest for you to try if you don't want to buy the leather ones, even though they are incredibly cheap. And that's pretty much your 100 score. Not too bad. There is basically, I suppose, one problem if you don't want to spend MGP, but let's move on to an 80 with nothing but dies. Alright then, let's move on to the die options. To get your 80 with nothing but dies, make sure you have something equipped in every slot, and then dye any helm and weapon in the game, and indeed any body in the game, gunmetal black. So that's gunmetal black dye for your weapon, helm, and body for your best in-slot dies for those slots. Then dye any hands in the game, Celeste green, any legs in the game, Snow White dye, and then finally for your feet, those need to be Orchard Brown. So 3 gunmetal black dyes might cost you a little bit, maybe you have some scripts left over, but at the same time, those are some of the more expensive sections of that. The rest of the dyes aren't particularly bad. Yeah, I don't know, it's not too bad. It's not as bad as if it was jet black, but who knows what the market will look like. Definitely shop around, see if you can get the your gunmetal black cheap from other servers on your data center, which is certainly what I tried to do today as well. But anyway, if that's not your cup of tea, let's move on to the easiest 80 possible. And for the easiest 80 possible, I think you'll agree that this one's fairly straightforward. Just get yourself one of those bush hats, like I said, which is a vendor purchased item, equipable by all classes in the game, level 55 and above. The Dalmorskin bush hat is the one I went for. And then combine that with the leather duckbills from a low-level city-state vendor. That's available for everybody level 1 and above in the entire game. Those two things equipped with something equipped in every other slot will guarantee you an 80 guaranteed. In fact, because I had a chest and a random set of legs equipped, I got 85, but you're going to get 80 guaranteed. One of the easiest easy 80s I've ever seen in a long time, so it's very hard for you to get this one wrong. If you get less than 80, make sure something is equipped and visible in every single slot, like I've said, and get yourself those Dalmorskin bush hat and the leather duckbills, and you'll get that 80. Much love. Thank you so much once again for everybody watching this video, and obviously we try to do these every week. Thank you so much to the Reddit community who put together lots of solutions each and every week. I'll have a link as usual in the description if you want to go and support those as well. Much love, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next time.